Morning, Carly. How's the Elizar doing?
I prepared some breakfast today. Please have a taste. I hope you'll like it.
I'm allergic to a large amount of things that are green. I might even be allergic to the color green. Me just being in SUMERU would be an allergic attack. So I would have to go to the Tainari for very extreme drugs.
It's nice to have you here so we can eat something yummy.
Well, now that I've recovered from Elizar, I'm feeling better than ever. I can even prepare 4 or 5 meals a day now.
The irritation is they didn't fix the animations afterwards.
Paimon Bex, they're all delicious.
You enjoy yummy breakfast with Kale, who's been waiting for you.
Oh, by the way, someone brought a letter for you after you went to sleep last night.
Paimon hasn't already read it?
Nope, Paimon wanted to read the letter with you after you woke up, so Paimon didn't open it. Alright, let's read it now. Oh, it's from Nilu. We're going to hold a feast at the Grand Bazaar and celebrate Cyano's reinstatement as the General Mahamatra. As heroes of SUMERU, please be sure to attend. I'll wait for you. The date of the banquet is written on the back. It's in 2 days.
Oh, I've also heard that you've become heroes here as well. That's amazing.
We were just doing our part.
Sometimes I'm really envious of strong and confident people like you.
But you're amazing too, Carly.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Anyway, let's go to the Grand Bazaar to have...
Oh, before you leave, be sure to inform Master Tainari.
Tainari. What's Tainari? Everybody keeps making that mistake. It's thighs. Thighs nari. Man, I'm so tired that I'm kind of zoning out here. I'm zonking. I'm trying my best to be responsive, but I don't even know if I'm being responsive, bro.
Ah, good morning. How do you feel today?
Like I was on drugs. What did you give me?
We feel much better. How about you?
How's your wound, Tainari?
I'm recovering well, thanks for asking.
But from the looks of it, you seem to be already busy with work again.
It's fine. I'm not that busy, really.
Yes, you're not that busy. You're simply standing, preparing to go out on a hunt to end the forest cancer.
The Elizar patients have recovered, as well as Apasia. For now, I only need to tend to my forest watcher duties.
Yes, I am done with the work of healing. I just need to do the work of fighting. This is relaxation.
It seems once Irminsul started getting better, everything else started to recover too.
Yes, but there are still some residual effects. The withering is one example. Though it won't spread anymore, the existing zones won't just disappear. We forest rangers will still need to do the work.
By the way, we have some good news. Cyno got his position back.
Yeah.
This news is hardly new. He had already mentioned it to me before.
I like how Paimon's bragging about Sino, but Tainari's attached to the hip of Sino. You were thinking it. Our mind wasn't in the gutter. And if that were the case, it was because you were thinking it.
Huh? You mean he was already here? Why didn't he come to say hi to us?
I was asleep, Paimon.
He visited once, but he was afraid of disturbing you while you were resting. He just asked me a few questions and left.
Then you probably already know all about the celebration feast.
Celebration feast? No, I haven't heard anything about that.
Tainari was not invited.
Huh? But didn't Nilu say in her letter that they would celebrate Cyno? He didn't tell you?
Perhaps. Or, alternatively, he doesn't know about it either.
And Nilu doesn't know Tainari.
Come to think of it, Cyno doesn't seem like the type who'd enjoy a celebration feast.
This is how we know that Sino wasn't meant to be a jokester. Or Tainari would have corrected us right now.
Guess Nilo's only planning on telling him once the festivities are underway.
You and Kale are both Cyno's close friends. Why don't you come to the feast with us?
Kale has taken over some of my tasks these days. I don't think she'll have time for it. Not to mention me. You see, some VIPs have come to the forest recently.
Huh? VIPs? Very important Paimons?
There's only one Paimon.
Well, technically speaking, they are former VIPs. The sages involved in recent incidents have begun their training in the Avidia Forest, and the people they had previously imprisoned have all been released.
Huh?
Is your master alright?
Yes, he's a little weak, but he isn't injured and his condition is stable. Lesser Lord Kusanali, in her boundless mercy, has decided to spare Azar and the other wrongdoers. Supposedly, they were ashamed of their shallow ideologies, and have decided to dedicate the rest of their lives to cultivating wisdom in the Avidia Forest.
If I'm not wrong, cultivating wisdom in SUMERU in the Avidia Forest usually means going to sit alone with a pot full of drugs and breathe it in and disappear into dreamy land. By the way, why didn't we beat the ass of Azar? Did this dude just not getting his ass beat? It's just so no, we don't even get to see that. There will always be animations on YouTube, cringes. There will always be animations on YouTube.
When they learned that Lesser Lord Kusanali had defeated the Balladeer and saved Irminsul, they were shocked at first, but also became happy, feeling that the sacred light guiding them on the path of discovering wisdom had begun to shine once again.
You really think Azar was thinking that after being that crazy? This feels like a very non-substantial conclusion. I do not feel like this was concluded.
As a result, work has increased for the forest rangers.
That sounds really exhausting.
There is nothing we can do, really, but that's another topic. Back to the matter at hand. Are you two planning to head out?
Yep.
Right! We're here to request permission to head out. Would that be okay?
You've recovered well. You may go. But be careful.
Peace out! And now we travel. A toast to victory. To receive yourself at the Grand Bazaar. To the Grand Bazaar. Right, where's Nilo?
Well, there won't be any problems if the feast starts at that time. Everything has already been prepared.
Mr. Zubair, I finished tallying things up here. Well, except for the guests.
Is a simple reply really that much to ask of our guests? It's affecting our arrangements.
We are the guests, some bitch. Your arrangements should be going around us. We shouldn't be having to hopscotch and take a dive because of you.
Oh, it'll be fine. Besides, it never hurts to get things ready in advance.
I was thinking the same thing. The feast will be held sooner or later, right?
Hey, Nilu!
Traveler, Paimon!
We got your letters, so here we are!
I have
You're
arrived.
the best! The other guests haven't even replied yet.
Huh? Are we the only ones that have arrived?
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. SUMERU is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
Bitch, can you chill some? Damn. Guys, something odd. We all have jobs in SUMERU, motherfucker. We all got jobs in SUMERU. I am the traveler. I came to see if she's doing alright, but I was KO'd after fighting against another god.
Nilu is SUMERU's #1 celebrity after all.
How would you shut the fuck up?
You have no idea how happy I am to talk to people with good taste.
Me and Claire will be slapping the taste out your face with this hand.
If you consider enjoying Nilu's dances having good taste, then almost everybody has good taste.
I like Nilo, but you've been running your mouth today.
Because Paimon thinks everybody will love her performance.
I do like Nilo's performance, but no one will like her performance more than me beating a Zubair's ass.
That's right. We all think she's amazing too. Nilu is an absolute favorite among those of us who frequent the Grand Bazaar. For Outlanders, you have a great eye, Master Zubair. Let's have a vote for the most outstanding audience members next time. I think these two may win.
Nonsense, it is. But
I'm done listening to these guys. Let's get to the party. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, these 3 won't be unlocked yet, but these ones definitely will. I never did a Nay story quest on my main account. I think I should do that.
We haven't seen Al-Haytham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there.
You, arrogant smart person, tell me where Al-Haytham is.
Hey there, have you seen Al-Haytham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Al-Haytham has gone to the House of Dana. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Why does it sound like you're a mom trying to set someone up with their daughter?
Oh? Who for him?
Mr. Cave was just here asking about him. You wouldn't believe.
Oh, if it isn't the World Destroyer, Mr. Carver.
You two are here. Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
No, not at all.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
They all dicks. Bye.
To the house of Dana. To the house of Diana. Let's talk to Sinnoh so I can fucking finish this mission finally after a very, very long time. So I can move on. All I hear is whenever Nahida's walking, her little tune plays behind her. It's something you only hear when there's no music in the game. Play! There's it! So whenever Nahida jumps, a little tune plays.
Oh, he
That's
should
cool.
be around here somewhere, right? Oh, he's over there! But it looks like he might not have time for us.
Let's go over there and shove that guy out of the way.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in SUMERU?
Speak on.
Doesn't matter, it's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Almost.
Huh?
Oh, don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kashara War. Besides, as a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
He doesn't really mean it to you, but for himself, definitely sage-like.
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Because everything that comes out of your mouth sounds like supercar sarcasm.
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment, and anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
You see?
Married couple
Why am I discussing
alert!
anything with you? Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude
Going
always
there.
gets in the way.
It seems that you really can't stand my personality.
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see.
Courting death.
Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Are they having a fight?
Let's see how this plays out. We're not in a rush anyway. To see you Avengers, Paimon. Watch. Carver kick that guy's ass.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
Keep your nose out of his business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when SUMERU needed you most?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Harabatat's utter ignorance of architecture,
I was in the desert, I didn't see you there.
I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when SUMERU needed me most?
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save SUMERU from a crisis.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
And then you'd be stupid not to. Carver, World Destroyer.
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
Dead how? Is he gonna have to sleep on the couch? He's gonna make you sleep on the couch. No, what? You taking away sex privileges? Is that what's happening here, Kava? They definitely argue like a fucking married couple.
Hey, Alhaitham.
Oh, it's you two.
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Zaino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to Alhaitham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office. I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole Academia was practically turned upside down.
Literally, considering all the fighting that was going on.
Kainari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6th grade sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the Academia.
The 6th
I don't know
grade
where to
sages.
begin.
Sounds pretty powerful.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kinda strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6th grade schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Dendro Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom.
Nerd!
Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans, attaching themselves to the 6th grade schools, have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6th grade schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6th grade sages. Among the 6th grade sages, there is one central leader, the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in SUMERU.
Yes, about that.
I wasn't paying attention,
Finish
sorry.
my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
Too much effort, right?
Why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
No.
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6th grade sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
But you led so well.
Oh, all right.
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the Academia before the new sages take office.
So you're still a leader now, even if it's just temporary.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
Ba-boom!
Wait, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Friend is a
We
stretch.
look like friends.
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate. You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars,
He didn't seem to believe a word we told him.
which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of SUMERU.
Thanks for your hard work these days.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway.
Alright,
Peace out. I just want to get this done. I just want to get this done. Port almost to find there.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could
Is that
Paimon kind of stopped talking there.
Huh?
It's been a while. How are you doing?
10 years out!
10 years old. It's been so long since we've last seen you.
We're good. How about you?
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life.
Is that so? Well, there's this hotel that I like to frequent. How would you like to train me? Paimon, stay right here.
I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
There.
Didn't expect to see you here.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Yes, you're merely using the leash around her neck to walk her toward almost.
Why do you still call me that, Dia? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
We got stacks and stacks of cash. How about I throw that stacks of cash in your face like BAM? Whoops.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady. When I took this job,
She's persuaded by only a smile. That's bullshit.
That I'd quit as soon as you'd
That's
recovered.
cap. Stop the cap.
Time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever!
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in SUMERU. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll hate them? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Al-Haytham at the academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the academia?
What?
We didn't hear anything about that.
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Al-Haytham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Huh? But wait a second. You make it sound like you're leaving now.
Well, no, not yet at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilu.
Oh, did Nilu write to us?
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at. My lady has been very energetic lately and keeps taking me on hikes, staying out even into the night. By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
So what it...
I bet the letters...
No wonder there was...
Sorry.
It must be something important.
Yes!
Great!
I'll count me in too. But is there some sort of...
Since it's being organized...
All right, then...
The feast will be held in...
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Oh!
The General Maham...
Oh.
But last time, as for Rahman, your guess is as good as mine. I only... Don't mention it.
Alright, on to our next...
Alright, so in the previous video I slowed down and slowed down and slowed down and got sick and got up and threw up and came back, switched off the video. There was the part I was sick at, so that was kind of a skip. My bad. It was a skip, my bad. So no one else to talk to? Only Sino? How about we kill him? There.
It's been a while since
saved
we
by the
last
cutscene.
visited Aru Village.
Yeah, we were in prison the whole time. I say it's been a while, but if I'm right, it's only been a few days in game. Like, they were asleep for 2 days, and then, yeah, it's only been, it's been a while. We haven't been here in years. Paimon, it's been 4 days maximum, bro. Sure.
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tanari agreed to let us leave. So now we're out and about again.
Yes, Tainari. agreed to let us leave, but had he not agreed,
I would have stabbed him with my blade.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
you probably had a lot of injuries to the asshole that Tainari needed to fix. I understand.
Mm-hmm. And Tainari is recovering well, too.
Yes, Tainari is recovering well. Don't you think Senna would know that, Paimon? The so-called closest person to Tainari that there is.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
What is...
You're the one who
But
brought
I
us
just
here
realized...
when we lost consciousness, right? Thanks for that.
They might have made Sinnoh the joke character due to all the shipping of Sinnoh Tainari that happened after this quest.
You're welcome. Tainari has excellent medical skills, and Kale is quite attentive. It was the best place for you.
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
I don't think he knows how to have fun at this point. Hoyovas didn't program joke module into him, so he could not have fun outside of standing and looking at the lamp.
I'm meeting some people.
And meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Did Raman go for Sotaria? Did Raman get in that smash? God damn, Raman. Talk about opposites attract. Sheesh. I mean, sheesh.
Roman! And... Huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
No, we do not know you. These are not the drones you're looking for. Which is surprisingly exactly what we did to her.
Oh! Well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
These are not the drones you're looking for.
Don't worry, these are friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
How have you been doing lately?
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
You mean Raman? Raman being the direction. The grass is greener on the other side with Raman, right?
Oh, tell us everything.
Stop gossiping, Paimon.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Alright, well, I suppose I should start by saying...
We're getting married?
I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
Dear gosh.
You're not going to be a scholar anymore.
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity.
That's illegal, you know.
I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
So, you're both married to your relationship. You're in a relationship with knowledge and Raman. I don't think Raman's gonna allow that for long.
I can see what you're saying now.
What do you mean?
I plan to leave the academia and return to teach here in the desert.
Wow, so you want to become a teacher?
It doesn't pay well in SUMERU, Paimon, so I don't know. She's doing it out of passion, bro. She's doing it out of passion.
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over SUMERU. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, because the only thing smarter than the academia are the Eremites. That's why they're never able to be caught by the academia. Think about it.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people. That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
Spreading knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here.
Aside of sandstorm, the rest of that is just racist. Right, guys? Outside of sandstorm? Oh, the desert dwellers. They are people of the desert. Look at these brown people. Yeah, that's how I imagine that to go down.
The stars have always guided caravans.
You sand dwellers.
Soldiers and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
Oh, please. Where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
That's Riz. That's Riz. Raman got that Riz.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Go for it, Satara. This is the most charismatic buff desert guy you're gonna find.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
Shut up, Sino. You're busy messing with Raman's Riz.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission.
Yeah, but Al-Haytham's spot is the leader of the academia now. That doesn't really matter.
As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul.
Yes, bombarding. We did bombard your soul.
Zataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the academia's grasp on you will become.
Don't you recognize the voice in your head, perhaps? When Paimon or Lumine or Kusanali speaks?
Zataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home.
Just so you know, she is one of the people who put people into the infinite looping dream, and she knew about it and was a dick to everybody afterwards. To the point that Azar and her, in the dream, would mess with Nilo. So I don't know, man. You're not earning any sympathy points from me.
I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the academia. Lord Sino told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Yes, as you can see, Sino does not have his spear. Azar is now in some SUMERU hospital with a spear lodged up the ass, somewhere in an organ. Since it's electrocution from Electro, everything's kind of seared shut. They cannot easily remove the spear from the organ. He might have to live that way.
Azar has received much needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Yeah, we heard. You lodged a spear up in his ass, and now... looks like you followed my advice. Good going, Sino.
Lord Sino helped me obtain permission to leave the academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly thanks to him and Raman.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Sino.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Sino and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
Apart from this, the academia is also recruiting scholars that are willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news.
The whole reason I'm trying to get this quest done ASAP, like done, like donezo, finish, is because I want to catch up to where I am in SUMERU, at Fontaine, so that I can continue with Lumine instead of Aether, so that I can just play the game on my main account. I'm kind of behind everybody by a massive amount here.
We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
Plus all the wishes that I would get would allow me to pull Furina on both accounts, and I only have 9 days.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert.
I'm a bit confused. Hundreds of... Nahida was really locked in that sphere for that long. Shit. Let's be real, what happened in SUMERU is a lot worse than what happened anywhere else. Yes, Fontaine was turning people into group. But compared to Nahida being trapped in isolation torture chamber for that long...
Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people.
Alright, that's
I hope
enough.
people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers.
Enough
We get
about
it.
us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
We here to teleport.
No, not at all. We're actually here on behalf of Nilu. Nilu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be
I need
held
a
in
beer.
2 days at the Grand Bazaar.
Give me a
She
second.
hopes that all of you will be able to attend. At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Sino's reinstatement as General Mahamatra. Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Celebration? Feast?
Oh, so you really didn't know?
It's the first I've heard of it.
Tainari was right. He really didn't know.
It's Tainari. You really think Tainari wants to speak to Sinnoh? We've learned by the Kale quest that Tainari and Sinnoh don't exactly... All I know is if the shipping is real, Tainari will be getting that revenge fuck on.
This feast is for you, Sino. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
Stop groaning, Sinnoh. Don't make me call Nouvelette. He has a patent on that.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Sino. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
You two invited as well.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
Look, I ain't gonna hate on a dude. He getting his smash on. Good for you, Roman. You go, man. You go.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me.
I'm sorry for being a dick.
The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You kind of... if it wasn't that this was Genshin Impact, if this was more Honkai Impact, these apologies wouldn't stick. I mean, I'm still sure, even up to the latest story, they haven't forgiven Rita. At all. Rita who? That bitch?
You and the art you symbolize are not only beautiful, but also lively and powerful. So much so that it was prohibited.
Yes. See, our dance was so sexy they had to ban that shit.
Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Why not tell Keta to teach dance in the desert? Like, we can have ballet dancers. Just saying. We can give them the outfits like, what's the name is? Mobius Anka skin in Honkai Impact.
Okay, we've got all that down.
I have Mobius's weapon. I have Mobius's stigmata. I even have skin. The mad one. No Mobius.
I'll be sure to give the message to Nilo.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Sino, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
When it comes to house every weekend, dum 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 dum.
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
You're here.
Yes, we are here.
Ah, there you are.
If it isn't Nilo, that red hair is one hell of a thing to look at.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
I mean, you look at this point, Nilo is our Himiko because of the red hair.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
Shut up, NPC.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
You're the scribe. Why are we in charge of the speeches again? You're the scribe. Write us down the speeches. We're fine with that. Write us down. You're the scribe. Write the fucking speeches down, you son of a bitch.
There won't be any speeches today.
Alright. Gotcha, Daya. That's my homie. That's Daya. She the best.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks.
Everything looks quite good.
There's very few foods. And lots of fruit. There's very few foods and lots of fruit. I also have a question, right? You know the...
Wow,
What's it
Paimon
called?
can't wait. Travel traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
Yeah, I thought I would have to cook today. Who eats the Ricky mushrooms? The weird blue-looking mushrooms, just randomly. Like, pick a blue mushroom, put it in your mouth, and start chewing on the thing, because that's raw mushrooms over there. Seriously?
Whoa, it's so delicious. Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing.
Where's Kale? We could spruce up this meal a bit. I don't know who made it. Good on you. But where's Kale at, bro? She's at least a little more creative than throwing raw mushrooms on a leaf. Kale could have at least made some pita bread. God damn.
The food was specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast.
So you're telling me that none of the people at the Grand Bazaar can cook better than Kale? Kale, who had Elazar till this moment. Okay, good going, game.
Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Feels kind of nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Weren't you already seen as pretty high up by the Emirates?
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Dia.
It's like Dinyazard really want to smash, but Daya's not a lesbian, so Dinyazard is failing all the time.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
Paimon, I fought gods before. This is a Tuesday for me.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Arrogant bastard. Courting death.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
That's how I remember it, 3.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully.
Bro, you realize we were trying to save an Archon. As far as luck goes, they can just hand out the luck like the sweets or some shit. It's the elder candies, like the elder candies.
Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
Yes, we're the best around. No one's gonna ever put me down.
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part. And thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success.
So, would you say we're good actors too?
That's one more talent I know about. What all do I have here? I'm a fighter, for gods, can dance, I can sing, I can cook. I'm a detective, good pet owner. Paimon, you're the pet. And now I'm a good actor. I'd say I did well for myself.
It's such a blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Also good at construction, I have lots of friends, I'm charismatic. Let me just pat me on the back, Paimon.
Yes! Even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Returned to the Academia? Abandoned and neglected?
Even after being abandoned.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it.
Ah, yes, the memory wipe of everybody. They pulled off, these are not the drones you're looking for. Imperious? A footless shaw.
This should be something everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
I mean, you don't have all your chickens in the same pen? The needle is not in the haystack.
No, everything you said is correct.
Yeah, but you've been a dumbass this whole time.
That's good.
Something wrong?
Yeah, what's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Don't mind me, my mind was elsewhere.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
They acted like politicians and decided that, yeah, she has too much power. Now is the time to strike.
Seems that after everyone forgot Lesser Lord Rukkhadevata, the understanding of Sumeru's history also changed. Now everyone believes Lesser Lord Kusanali has been Sumeru's Archon all along. Maybe I'm the only one into that. Who remembers that Creator Lord Rukkhadevata ever existed? As the witness of all that happened, I shall respect her choice and keep the secret for her.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Sino?
Is that her referencing the fact that Sinnoh beat his ass?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
More severe than shoving a spear up his ass and lodging it into an organ? Just right so they still survives, but can't remove the spear? Bro. Sinnoh's dark, man.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
Yes, severely punished. I want them strung up by their hands, get a 10-foot-tall woman to call them man things, and let her daughters suck the blood out of them every day. Yes, that was a Resident Evil Village reference.
I respect our deity's decision and won't interfere in any way.
Yes, our Archon is a deity. She's the concept of knowledge, but there's a large amount of knowledge that she doesn't know. Nahira's Archonship is confusing. I like Zhongli, who is the Geo Archon, has powers over Geo, but it also counts as powers over Earth, because Geo is not necessarily Earth. It's the power of it. It's the power of Geo. You would think it's Earth, but it's not. Otherwise, everybody else would have Earth powers that was under the Geo flag. No, Geo seems more like rock energy, like the whirl of rock. And then Zhongli, who can control mountains and shit.
While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Well, yes, you offered. To be a sage, I'm not so sure.
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
I mean, didn't we all do that? Couldn't we all be a sage at this point? Well, I the Illumine already sage, but still.
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
You realize he didn't want this job, right?
But
he's a scribe.
though,
He's a scribe because he doesn't want more responsibilities than writing shit down.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
Yeah, you go. Don't let the man stand up against the man.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
You realize he has a cushy job, right? He just needs to write down certain reports, gets to read whenever he likes, go home, take a nap. Doesn't have to do much after that.
Precisely.
Wait, is that all?
So, that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
Look, the more the change there is, the more effort I have to go through to adapt to said change. You're not changing me.
It's reason enough.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
Turns out you got more friends, don't judge them.
You flatter me.
Ooh. Sarcasm.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
Yeah, Sinnoh has been stabbing people left, right, and center, kicking them with one toe.
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
That should be the point where Sinnoh should have started whipping out the jokes for me to actually believe that he's a funny guy.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day. Just like I'm doing now.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
He kept that really in mind. Ever since Nilo told him that, he started reading up on puns, making friends, telling jokes, and one day he went to Mondstadt with Tainari and Kole, and he was insufferable. Talk to everybody? Alright.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
Huh? I thought you might find it boring.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. Unlike the farces at the Academia, that happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying.
They even wanted to study in their sleep. I mean, you're a nerd, but that's another level of nerd.
I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house.
You did it on purpose.
Oh well.
That's just proof you did it on purpose.
The atmosphere here is good, and everything is delicious.
Must be rare to see you at such a lively gathering.
Yeah. I don't often come to such places, but it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around.
It's alright, don't worry about us. Go show Tainari around, he will enjoy it.
There's always next time. We're friends after all. This feast is pretty good. I like it.
I mean, sure. Conversations is quite warm, I guess, yeah?
Ah, there you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it.
It's great. Thanks for inviting me. I just wish I was the cook for today.
That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself.
Now you got connections, Nilo. Now you got connections. If someone fucks with you, call Sino. He'll maybe stab them. I'll hate them. You'll lure them. You'll throw the law book at them. You'll hit them with the law book to the face. Call me. I'll call Yan Fei. She will lure them with the law book to the face.
You see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here. Almost make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves.
We have a message to tell you.
You tell Sataria's message to Nilo.
I'm honored to have her think of me this way. If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances.
You realize she's threatening you, your workspace people, their families, and their careers. I don't know, bro. I will one of these NPCs. I'll be like, you invited her? Really?
I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
You feel elated, and the explanation is you're too cute for your own good. It's the truth. What else you want me to say?
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet.
Denizar is extremely excitable NPC.
What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
Kale got a dendro, what's the fucking thing called? Vision for Elazar. What about Denizar? Nahida? What about Denizar?
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
If I'm right, the vision is what fought the Elazar for Kale.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Nilu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
My pleasure. I'm glad we could come.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
Alright, I will be drinking. The sound of me drinking.
Hey, what's wrong?
Beautiful.
Your head is starting to droop.
I suddenly feel a little sleepy. Feels like I'm about to nod off.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You'll wake up once you've put something yummy in your tummy.
Really? I'm not a floating white-haired fairy, though.
Of course. really care for Paimon.
Sweet Madame, Paimon. Only Sweet Madame. Is it because I didn't sleep well last night that I feel sleepy all of a sudden? Or is it because I'm too full? It seems like someone's there.
Time froze. All our friends were stuck in position. We were asleep. Nahida?
It's me.
Sup? What's up? I just had a beer. I don't know why I did that. That almost made me throw up.
Nahida, it looks like my consciousness is connected to yours again.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you.
You could have joined us at the party, you know.
The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon.
Say anything you need from me.
I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in.
Why did no one invite her? You dicks!
Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with.
Give me your soul.
What is it?
Please say thank you to everyone for me.
Ah, so that's what this is about. Nahida, better if you could do that yourself.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me?
Some things in this world must be done by yourself.
If I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they?
Not Daya. Daya's more likely to walk up to you, pick you up, pull your cheeks, and fawn over how cute you are. That's Daya. No one else is quite like Daya. The only one who would probably be stiff is Nilo.
What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
It'll be fine. Please don't worry too much.
Let me think about it. Okay.
Have you made up your mind?
Yes, I have.
That's good. Wait.
Nani?
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So, I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Yo. Trapping me within a black tortured room that you were trapped in does not seem like a fun place to be. At least add some decoration. Damn it, cute woman. Sheesh.
Then at least promise you won't say anything weird when you're in my body.
Pull off a Naruto, make some stars and some bright colors and shit. You take me to pitch black darkness.
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring it. It's me. Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
Trunksano. Encore! Bring out the next Archon!
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Yes. I already know every one of you.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
She faints? Yeah, you're looking at the wrong person.
I took the liberty of occupying the traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person. Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of SUMERU. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation.
Probably still trapped within a sphere, or they would have upgraded their plan to use you as the energy source for something. Just a thought.
Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but SUMERU and even the entirety of Tevat would have suffered great misfortune.
The strange thing about saying something like that is, I don't think Zhongli nor Venti would have allowed something like that to happen. If they seen something wrong, neither Zhongli nor Venti could allow it to just go on if it threatened their regions. That, and if the traveler didn't show up to them in a certain period of time.
People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Dendro visions for everybody!
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so much for SUMERU, and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Woman, you're not the only one here. Chill. Someone go fetch a ventilator or some shit.
Dinyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
The suffering you endured. So her enduring the suffering is... Oh. Say it differently. The way you said it made it sound like her suffering is your fault. So, yeah.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
Inside, meanwhile, Daya is trying to hold herself back from hugging Lumine very tightly. Just a thought.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Was she even able to see the dance? No, she probably was. Someone recorded it.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much.
Peace out. Lumine's back.
See, just like I said, everyone's happy to meet you.
Yeah.
They made Lumine look so tall, or Nahida look very short in that one moment. I mean, it is that way. Nahida is very short for someone who's fucking 500 years old. She's the size of Klee. I can just imagine Klee meeting Nahida and just assuming that Nahida is about Klee's age and taking a fish blasting somewhere in Sumeru.
I think I slept alright.
After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Still nothing compared to Paimon.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
After all, you keep eating all the food in my bag.
Alright,
So known as
since you're
Paimon.
awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the Academia right up.
Alright, let's go finish this up. It's been a long time. Right, to Nahida, I bring you the Hydro Archon. The real Hydro Archon. I'm sure I'm pissing off someone with what I'm saying, considering the recent story quest release for Furina. The real Hydro Archon. The most powerful Hydro Archon, I believe.
Nahida!
Sup?
Hello, Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water. So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know?
No, I'm fine. Oops.
About Fontaine, the next stop to my journey.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the nation of justice?
I heard that the Hydro Archon's kind of an idiot.
As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system.
A very dumb judicial system. Don't worry, I know.
Does their Archon personally judge people? No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydro Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere.
I'm curious as to how flustered Nahida would be talking to Furina for like 5 minutes.
As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict.
And I have a feeling that Furina and Fischl would just challenge each other to some sort of speaking battle, but internally then they become best friends.
Anyway, let's just say she's got a very unique personality.
So that's another way of you telling me that she's a dumbass.
Got nothing else to say.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet? Huh? You mean about your brother?
Onisan?
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your brother.
But we both came from beyond the Sea of Stars.
The Sea of Quanta, you mean? The Sea of Quanta.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on her or her brother. This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your brother. Because as it turns out, the world has recorded information on him after all.
Because Lumine hasn't fallen under the world's rules yet. But I think the brother, due to affecting the world somehow, was cut down by the world's rules. And because of that, they needed some place to go to negate the world's rules, aka the place of forbidden knowledge, Khanria, which is a place hidden from the world's rules, so it's possibly a dimension within a dimension, as I explained earlier in this specific video. So it's just a thought. It's just a thought. Let's not take it too far this time. I already explained all of this. It's my theory, my game theory, my Teyvat theory, my exhausted Genshin theory.
What? There's only one possible explanation. He belongs to this world.
Could have fooled the world, I mean.
How is that possible? We journeyed the Sea of Stars all our lives until we came here. How could he possibly hail from Teyvat? Things don't add up. Is there something wrong with my memories? Or is it the world that has done something with him?
But nothing about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Do you have further intel? Do you know what he's been through?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Khanria. After the Khanria disaster, he began his journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat. But just as his journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on him suddenly become fuzzy.
Yeah, can you give us those recollections from Irminsul so we know more about the brother?
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to him? All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating his fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Could it be related to the Abyss?
But even that wouldn't explain how he somehow comes from this world. Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descenders?
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it. Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world.
And if we go by what Honkai Impact has taught us, the Descenders could possibly be external concepts that arrived on the planet. So in other words, Hershers that control concepts. Which would be a big problem if that were the case. An example, if the captain from Honkai Impact were to so happen to fall onto the planet as a descender, after absorbing a large amount of Honkai energy, he would be OP in this world. Think about it. Just think about it. Just thought. Game theory. Genshin theory. Yeah.
Traveler, you are Teyvat's 4th Descender.
The 4th? What happened to the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler, and her brother isn't even one of them? That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
In other words, the Giga Chad himself, fuck, I forgot that way theory, I forgot who was. His name starts with a P. Yeah, I don't remember.
As for the
Filemon?
other Descenders,
Filemon?
I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom.
Hi, God of Wisdom. Explain more about Kandria here. Place Kandria explanation here. Don't be like Venti, where it's I can't tell you. No, explain.
There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Same here. I'll need some time to reflect on what you said.
And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from SUMERU. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, she's pretty damn glad. She'll be stuck in fucking torture chamber for another 500 years it was for us.
Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes. And maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
If you think about it, right? Isn't that what happened to Theresa, Vampire Theresa, where she trapped herself in that other world due to the world trying to collapse in on itself because of her? So she disappeared to be trapped in some sort of isolation, not of her own doing. And then the captain went through nook and cranny to get there so that they could get her out. And that's probably one of the only proper pairings of the captain in Honkai Impact. Yeah, I'll go with that. We are done. We are done. We are done.
You must have a whole bunch of questions after our last conversation with Nahida.
65. All around me are familiar faces. Chest.
This is order.
Never even stood a chance.
One man's stone.
I don't even need to be here. I teleport away from in front of you. Goodbye. Pull. 5 star. 5 star. 4 star. Fuck. Someone I already have, please. Let's go. Another pull. 5 star. 5 star. Fuck. But yeah, SUMERU Cringes, that's gonna be it for SUMERU for a while. And I'll probably jump back onto Fontaine after this. Or Stardew. I'll probably jump back onto Stardew. And yeah, would you like, subscribe, smack your face with the keyboard a couple of times, the notifications always, and check out all the links in the description space on my main channel. Don't know what I'm playing on there currently, but probably Resident Evil, Blasphemous, Danganronpa. And yeah, pray for me.
Yeah, I had someone deliver letters to all of our guests. But maybe everyone is still busy with other things.
Look, I get it. SUMERU is in an extremely important period of transition right now, but even if your friends are important figures, they shouldn't just ignore your request like this.
Bitch, can you chill some? Damn, guys, something odd. We all have jobs in SUMERU, motherfucker. We all got jobs in SUMERU. I am the traveler. I came to see if she's doing alright, but I was KO'd after fighting against another god.
Nilou is SUMERU's #1 celebrity after all.